And we are live. What's going on, people? How are you guys doing? Right, let's change some of these settings. There we go. That should be fine. That should be fine. Let's close all this shit. Right, here we are. Brian Piss, Dell, I'm in. What's up, Brian? How you doing? The Quags, what's going on, brother? Unrivaled Boxing Talking News, what's up, bro? No need for McGregor anymore. Nah, man, I think I've got my internet sorted, but I'm going to do the next, I'll say this stream and maybe one more. I'm going to do them solo, providing they work okay. We'll go back to how it was. Just testing the internet, really, but I think it's sorted. Fingers crossed. 10 minutes time, I'm going to get cut off now. I know it, but still. Yeah, ABC, man. Great fight. Tremendous fight. And wow, man. I expected that result, but the fight was better than I expected. It's a great fight. Sup, Tone? How you doing, man? How you doing, Tone? I'm good, Brian, man. I'm good. Got a couple of days off this week. I've got Thursday and Friday off. I've got some things to sort out tomorrow, but I might be streaming tomorrow night, I guess. Maybe tomorrow night. Friday night I'm hoping to be streaming as well. So fingers crossed we get some streaming done again. I've missed the streaming, I can't lie. I do like streaming. But recently I just can't count on this internet, but I think it's sorted. Yo, thinks Art of Boxing. What's up, brother? How you doing? Unrivaled Boxing Talking News. I don't want your pity. Yo, what's up, Box? How you doing, man? How you doing? Unrivaled. Yeah, I saw, man. I saw you streaming today. I couldn't listen to it because I was at work. So yeah, I watched the fight when I got home. Really enjoyed it, man. Really enjoyed it. ABC Def Kyoguchi won as well. I've not seen that fight yet. AA Boxing and Blunts in the building. What's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah, we need to give a couple of wrenches out, because I know the box has been in here for quite some time, and as has the Quags. I trust you guys to be good moderators. We'll give Brian one as well. Now we've got to give ABC one. It's gonna look like an LDBC channel. Every man's gonna be a moderator. Right. Fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? We'll turn into a dictatorship. Any opinion we don't like, blocked. No, I'm joking. But no, thank you guys for turning up. Thank you guys for turning up. Tom Wild in the building. What's going on, Tom? Brian Piss, he reckons Malignaggi's going to knock out Artem Lobov. To be honest with you, I'm always team boxing, but in that case, I cannot stand Paulie Malignaggi. I wish Lobov... I really do wish Lobov will do a job on him, to be honest with you. Damn, Unrivaled. Malignaggi versus Lobov is pay-per-view in the UK. Damn. Yo, I'm gonna fucking find the live stream of that one. Are you crazy? Yeah, Lobov is pretty bad, I can't lie. He is pretty bad. But who knows, man, ABC Def, Adolf Delboy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Premier Sports. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Hashman. 2019 Team Stream. Streaming's the dream, man. Look at all those fucking spanners in the chat, man. That's amazing. Yo, Tommy Temper, big up. I see you started live streaming. I need to jump on one of those one time. I watched one from work the other day. Thinks art of boxing. Nobody's getting a hot seat, man. We're just chilling today, man. We're chilling. We're keeping it calm. We're keeping it nice and respectful. We'll have a good time. It's a Wednesday evening. We're not going to rustle too many feathers. We're not going to rattle any cages. We'll just have a good time, man. We'll have a good time. And yeah, by the way, um, thank you guys for the recent support as well. I've really noticed it in the last 3 to 4 days. You know, I've had a lot of new subscribers. I'm not sure whether I've been shouted out or anything, but yeah, I've had like loads of new random subscribers. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, the Quags, sub to Tommy. Tommy's got a great channel. He started to live stream now, as also obviously you know, I'm sure, Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Great channels. But yeah, man, thank you guys for the recent support. I've really noticed it the last kind of 4 to 5 days. Artem Lobov for GOAT. Yeah, I think he's getting beat. I wish he wins, to be honest with you, but I can't see it. I was trying to convince myself he would win, but I can't do it. We've got a cup of tea by our side. We can add one more moderator. Tommy Temper's got his spanner. Yo, Lewis Hurley in the chat. What's going on, man? Shout out to Lewis Hurley. Yo, thank you, Brian, man. If you're sending people this way, thank you very much. And yeah, I've been watching Ade for quite some time now. I watched, obviously, Ade. He started with Box Talk. I used to love that channel. Ade and Ryan, you know, they had a great thing going. But now Ade's got his own channel. He's doing really well, man. I love his channel. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Yo, Chris Hayes in the chat. What's going on, man? Dell, can you change the channel name to Marquez of Queensbury Rules of the Sweet Science? I'm still thinking about name changes. ABC Def for Spanner Squad. To be honest, sounds like a bunch of dickheads. Yeah, man. Blue Collar Spanner Squad. Shit. Yeah, Brian, I've thought of doing Q&A videos. I've thought about it. It's something I've thought about. And yeah, this weekend, you know, it's a bit of a quiet one. We've got the Matchroom Next Gen show coming up this weekend on Friday. I mean, that show, I do like Craig Richards versus Sterling. I think that's a good fight. That should be fun to watch. Conor Benn is in a slight step up against the Finnish dude. And obviously, Ted Cheeseman is defending his British title. It's an okay Next Gen card. It's better than a lot of Next Gen cards, I can't lie. And, you know, the fact that it's at York Hall, to me, makes it a lot better. I love you. I love York Hall, man. If you ever get the chance to go to York Hall, go there. It's an amazing night. Every seat in the house is brilliant. Great atmosphere. If you get the chance to go to York Hall, go there. Yeah, unrivaled. Sergio Garcia. Yeah, he's fighting Rabchenko, defending that European title. I think Rabchenko these days is well past his best, to be honest. But it's good to see him stay busy. You know, Sergio Garcia coming off that good win over Cheeseman. Looking forward to seeing him. And to be honest with you, looking at the super welterweight division right now, it's wide open. Sergio Garcia, to me, he would certainly be competitive with most guys in that division. You know, I think Garcia would be competitive with anybody in that division. I mean, Sergio Garcia versus Jaime Munguia. I would take Sergio Garcia in a heartbeat in that fight. I think he's got the beating of some good fighters already. 100% unrivaled. 100%. Yeah, you're right. ABC. Andre Sterling is small, but he's a decent fighter. Good work rate. Coming off a good win over Ricky Summers. But yeah, man, it's a decent fight. Guilty Simpson, what's going on, man? Charlo is sorry. He says Charlo to me is still the best fighter at 154. He'd beat Hurd and Harrison in a rematch. He could beat Harrison, but I think that rematch is very tough. I really do. I think Harrison done a great job of getting in Charlo's head in the build up to the second fight. Unfortunately, Harrison pulled out with an injury, but that fight's really, really intriguing to me. Really, really, I really liked that fight, man. I was gutted it got called off. Yeah, ABC Def, he says Madrimov sparks Alderman anyway. Yeah, I think Madrimov beats a lot of these guys right now. I mean, Munguia, I mean, I would take Madrimov if I'm being honest over Munguia. I think Madrimov would have way too much. Yeah, box Israel Madrimov. Yeah, ABC Def. Yeah, I'm super interested in Madrimov. Very good prospect. Yeah, Guilty Simpson. I felt Hogan beat Munguia. I felt it was competitive, I can't lie. I don't think it was the worst decision I've ever seen, like not the worst robbery I've seen, but I certainly felt Hogan won. I felt he did enough. Charlo is the best everything. All hype, no bite. Yeah. 54 Trail Swan, Prime Roman Gonzalez versus Prime Denaire at Superfly. Who wins? I would take Prime Denaire, to be honest with you. I think Gonzalez's work rate and his engine would give Denaire problems. I think he would certainly win some rounds, but eventually you would imagine Gonzalez is getting caught with that big left hook. And yeah, I would take Denaire by knockout, but I do believe he would have trouble in that fight, certainly. Yeah, Azzy, yeah. When, when Jamel Charlo started crying at that press conference, yeah, that is hilarious. What was it? I don't play video games because I don't like to lose or something like that. Corny, man. Corny. Lions don't cry. I think Jamel needs to. He was coming off some great momentum, but yeah, he needs to get it back. He needs to get it back. I was impressed with Jamel against obviously Charles Hatley. That was a lovely knockout. I really enjoyed. Obviously, he blasted out. He destroyed Erickson Lubin. That was a good win. He was coming off some great momentum, but that Harrison fight really kind of exposed his limitations, I guess. I think Jamel Charlo, he kind of got away from his boxing and he fell in love with his power. The fact he was scoring knockouts, I think that kind of gassed him up, and he lost track of what he was good at. I certainly believe he can beat Harrison in a rematch. I'm not ruling him out, but I just don't think he was as good as he thought he was, to be honest. But no, Jamel Charlo can come back. But both the Charlos right now, they're not as highly touted as they once were, I guess. Jamal Charlo coming off I would say, subpar performance against Matt Korobov. He's got a fight coming soon. I think he's going to knock out Brandon Adams easily. But after that, you really want to see Jamal Charlo push on. I think there's a really good fighter in Jamal Charlo, but I do worry he's kind of stagnating, fighting subpar competition. With Jamal Charlo, when was the last time he gave us a fight we really cared about? And you'd have to say Julian Williams back in December 2016. What's Jamal Charlo done since then? Really? And I like Jamal Charlo. I like a boxer puncher. I like guys who fight in that style. But recently, he's not really given me too much to get excited about, I guess. But no, both Charlos can still do things. I'm not ruling them out. I would have expected them to be a bit further ahead. Vassal. Anyway, enough about the Charlos. Yo, Shepherd of Sons in the chat. What's going on, Shepherd? Will Camden's in the chat. Get This Smokes in the chat. Oh yeah, Shepherd of Sons. Charlo's a good fighter. Both Charlos are good fighters. But, I just want to see a bit more. I really do. What's up, Lewis? How you doing, man? ABC Def, he said, sorry, ABC Def, I don't care who fought Dueko's. What? Dueko's getting brutalized by Gassiev, do you mean? Unrivaled boxing talking news. He's saying hit the like button, guys. What can we say? What can we say? Yo, Will Camden, what's going on, man? How's it going? Okay, Guilty Simpson, he's putting money on Dueko versus Gassiev. Listen, man, Dueko, he's a very good journeyman. He's very good defensively. He's good on the inside. He's got nice hands when he throws his shots. He's got skills. He's just so small, you know? And I expect Gassiev to win, but yeah, Dueko's a proper good journeyman. He gave Kuzmin some real problems. That fight was close. Very close. Yo, Azzy in the chat, he's saying Charles Martin versus Daniel Martz has been made for July 13th. Yo, Charles Martin's back, man. What can we say? I'm looking forward to seeing Charles Martin fight again. I like Charles Martin. I can't lie. I would like to see him fight somebody decent, but I'm down to seeing Charles Martin have another little comeback run. What's not to like? Unrivaled thinks Gassiev's going to knock Dueko out? Yeah, Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. I noticed that, mate. Like the last 3 to 4 days, I've had some random increase in subs. I think it was because of those cruiserweight videos, maybe. Yo, Frank the French in the chat. What's going on, man? Yeah, Shepherd of Sons, you're right. Joey Dueko was a very good amateur. He's got talent. He's got ability. You see flashes of real skill, You see him fight out of that shoulder roll sometimes. And he's quite effective with it defensively. He's got some skills, but just so small. Doesn't really carry power either. But I think that's an ideal fight for Gassiev at heavyweight. His first fight anyway. Chris Hayes, F8 Ajagba for the win. He's got a really good fight coming up on the undercard of Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. That's a really interesting fight with Demirezen, Turkish heavyweight, 11-0. It's a good fight. I think Ajagba's going to win, but it's a good test at this stage of his career. ABC Def, he says Ajagba would be starched by Gassiev. Yeah, Gassiev's a lot more experienced. But we'll find out about Ajagba soon. It looks like he's starting to step up now. So I'm sure we'll find out a lot more in the next 12 months or so. But I do like Ajagba. I do like him. I've not seen the odds box. I've not seen the odds. But Demarizen's okay. He's a good fighter. Like I said, he was a decent amateur. Azzy and ABC Death, they are speculating about Ajagba's age. I don't think he looks that old. I think he looks older than 25, but I don't think he looks that old, to be honest with you. And by the way, how good is that Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman card looking? That card's looking really good. Great main event. You've got a couple of good welterweight bouts on that card as well. Yeah, 25 at Jagba. Okay, Guilty Simpson in the chat. He's mentioned a good prospect here. Thuolani Mbenge out of South Africa. He's fighting Sebastian Formela, the German prospect. Yeah, two undefeated welterweights. Yep. That goes down this July the 6th. That fight's on Box Nation, by the way, lads. Thuolani Mbenge versus Sebastian Formela. That's on Box Nation. And Mbenge's got a couple of good results on his resume already. He's knocked out Diego Chavez. That was a good win. He looks like a good prospect. And yeah, he made Vasquez quit as well. Yeah, ABC Def. He beat Vasquez and Diego Chavez. In 15 fights, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. Oh, Will Camden, me as well. I cancelled my Box Nation as well. I mean, there's no value for money there, to be honest. ABC Def, how old is Mbenge? To be honest with you, I've looked online and I can't see how old he is, which is a bit worrying. But he looks quite decent. He looks quite decent. And yeah, he's being moved quite nicely. So he's one to watch. Certainly one to watch. We'll say 25 for box. When was the last good African welterweight? Joshua Clottey? You'd say Joshua Clottey. And before that, Ike Quartey, you would say. Am I missing anybody? Clottey, Quartey. Yeah, that's about it, really. I think I've said before on a live stream, I really used to well, I wasn't around when he was fighting, but I loved Ike Quartey's style. I loved that jab. That jab, man, Jesus. Like a shotgun jab. Very good fighter, very underrated fighter, in my opinion. He gave De La Hoya he gave De La Hoya hell. But now we've got some good things coming up in boxing. This weekend isn't the best, it has to be said. We've got the return of Rigondeaux, if anybody's interested in that. Rigondeaux's fighting Julio Ceja in a WBC eliminator. Listen, man, I know Rigondeaux right now, nobody really cares about him. His stock is at an all-time low. But listen, man, I'm willing to give the guy another chance. I'll watch him fight again. Yeah, unrivaled. Ofer Jones. He's on the York Hall card. I've only seen flashes from his last fight, and he looked quite good. I need to watch him in full. So I should catch that card on Friday night. Hopefully, I'll get to see him. Guilty Simpson, does the Brandt Murata rematch go differently, or will Rob Brandt dominate him again? Is it in Japan? If it's in Japan, you never know. But I would expect Brandt to win again. Too much volume. I think he's got too much in the tank. And by the way, Rob Grant, he's really improved. So fair play to him. Fair play to him. I've got a lot of time for guys like that. Guys who they'll come unstuck. They might get badly beaten, like Brandt did against Bremer, but he's regrouped and he's come back strong. So fair play to him. We'll as boxing fans sometimes we rip guys who lose, but fair play to guys who come back strong, man. Yep, Rigondeaux's back. Is anybody looking forward to seeing Rigondeaux fight? I'll be honest. I wouldn't say I've marked it in my calendar or anything, but I'm looking forward to seeing how he looks at 39 years old, 38 years old, how his feet look against like a pressure fighter. Because his feet in his comeback fight, they looked a lot slower. He looked a lot more flat-footed. I wonder if he's going to fight that way against Sehar. If he does, could be a bit interesting. As ABC in the chat said, Sehar can punch. He's aggressive. Only 26 years old. He's still quite fresh. Who knows? I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't lie. Rigondeaux versus Sehar. I'm trying to sell it to you guys, man. I'm trying to sell it to you guys. I'm looking forward to it. No, I know, Azzy. I know. Rigondeaux came back on the was it the Caleb Plant? It was Katagai undercard. I saw that fight, but like this is his first kind of fight at any real level since that Lomachenko loss. Del Boy working for the PBC. There we go. There we go. I'm getting sold off to Dana White, mate. Yeah, ABC. Rob Brandt versus Jamal Charlo. Yeah, good fight. Nah, Unrivaled. I reckon that fight's going to be all right. I think Rigondeaux these days, his legs are gone. If his legs have gone, that's going to be quite decent, I think. Box. I thought Dell was working for Eddie Hearn. Not getting paid enough, man. I've gone to the PBC. That Al Heyman money. Deontay Wilder is the best heavyweight in the world. He is actually the lineal champion. Deontay Wilder is the best heavyweight to ever live. He's the hardest punching heavyweight in history. He beat Tyson Fury. He is the best. Fact. Facts with a Z on the end. Yeah, MB. No, I agree, man. Rigondeaux. Apart from that Lomachenko fight, he's not real. He's not had a real fight for a long time. You are right. You are right. Unrivaled. Guilty Simpson, Rigondeaux, and Lara had to lose their legs to be in exciting fights. Yeah, I think Lara, to his credit, I never felt Lara was that bad to watch. I can't lie. Did he have a couple of sorry? Did Lara have a couple of fights that were bad? Of course he did. But to me, Lara, I could always watch Lara. You know, I could always watch Lara. I really enjoyed some of his fights. The Canelo fight I enjoyed. The Angulo fight, the Castano fight, the Hurd fight. Some of his early fights, he was a lot more aggressive as well. Yeah, Shepherd of Sons, I agree, man. I didn't think Lara was as bad to watch as people make out, to be honest with you. But maybe that's the boxing hipster talking. I don't know. Azzy, he says Wilder's going to KO Fury in a rematch. I could see it. I could really see it. Tyson Fury fans are not underrating, they're underestimating Deontay Wilder going into a potential second fight. People act like Deontay Wilder can't make adjustments. I think he can. A lot of the time, You don't need to reinvent the wheel to drastically change a fight. Add a couple of bits here and there, and it could be a totally different fight. Look at Marcus Maidana, for example. When before Robert Guerrero, he was a come forward brawler who tried to walk you down and beat you up basically. When he got to Robert Garcia, he improved a couple of things. First and foremost, he actually improved his cardio and he improved his punch output. The second thing he improved was the fact he implemented a jab, and that made Marcus Maidana so much more effective. This wasn't reinventing the wheel, this was making the odd change here and there, and it made Maidana so much better. If Deontay Wilder makes one or two changes here and there, he can beat Fury. He can beat Fury. There's things Wilder can do from that first fight. The jab to the body was a punch that worked in the first fight, but Deontay Wilder, for whatever reason, never stuck to it. Every time Deontay threw a jab to the body, it landed. That's a good point scoring shot for a start, but also it's a good shot to suck the air out of your opponent. I think Deontay, I said this in my post fight video, Deontay needed to, after his right hand, follow up with his left hook because I think that shot is there for him. Deontay can make a few changes here and there, and he can get a knockout. I'm not saying he will. Obviously, Tyson can also adjust, but yeah, I think that Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder rematch is really, really intriguing. To be honest with you, I think it's really intriguing. Yeah, Shepherd of Suns, you're right. The Paul Williams fight with Lara, that was decent. The Quags, he likes Lara now more than earlier. Yeah, these days Lara's been involved in some good fights, man. Shepherd of Suns, I think Wilder KO's Fury, but that could be wishful thinking on my part. I certainly think it's a possibility. I think a lot of people kind of let their disdain for Wilder get in the way of how they view him as a fighter. Deontay Wilder's a good fighter. Does he make mistakes? Of course he does. Does he have an unconventional style? Yeah. But the guy's a damn good fighter. If he was this bum people are talking about, he would have lost by now. He's got a lot of good things going for him. Tall, rangy, powerful, tough. He's actually got decent timing, good hand speed. He's got a good jab when he uses it. Decent hand speed. Wilder's got some good attributes. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, ABC Def. He says, imagine Wilder works on his body shots. I'd rather be shot than take 20 body shots from him. Yeah, man. Yeah, Shepherd of Suns. I agree. 2015 Fury doesn't exist. Watch the Fury from not so much the Vladimir fight. Watch Fury from the rematch with Chisora and the Christian Hammer fight. Night and day. It's night and day. That Fury doesn't exist anymore. Gets caught off guard a lot more these days. Gets caught with silly shots. Tom Schwartz, he landed a few shots. He landed at least two left hooks. He landed a good right hand. Landed some body shots. But yeah, man. Like the Fury Wilder rematch to me is 50-50. MB, hey Del Boy, he says, that ref in the Ioka fight today, do you think that's a bit dangerous because he was struggling to get in between the boxers quickly to stop it? Yeah. And weirdly, Pelikte's team protested for stoppage. It's crazy. Yeah, I felt, yeah, I know what you mean. Yo, Loma King, aka Jake Cleary. What's going on, brother? Lewis Hurley. He says Deontay Wilder has a very good jab. Wilder is underrated as hell. Yeah, he's vulnerable, but that's what makes him so exciting. I think he's definitely the most entertaining heavyweight. I agree, man. I agree. I think he is the most entertaining. Can he be beaten? Of course. He can be beaten. I felt Fury beat him in the first fight, but he can knock anybody out also. If I was a fighter in the heavyweight division, he's the guy I would want to fight least. Put it that way. As Fury hits as hard as Lomachenko. I think Fury can punch if he set his feet, but he just throws arm punches all the time. Brian Piss, do you give Anthony Joshua any chance against Wilder or Fury anymore? Against Wilder, if AJ lands, I'm sure he could knock him out, but we need to see how he looks in the rematch. I said before the Ruiz fight, I felt Fury was a bad style matchup for Joshua. But we'll see after the rematch. It's hard to tell right now. I don't want to be super reactionary and say he's got no chance. I do want to see him in this rematch with Ruiz, to be honest. Maybe it was an off night. Maybe Ruiz is just a better fighter. We will see. Time will tell. Time will tell. ABC, he says, Schwarz did exactly what the typical German quitters do. Go in, not even give themselves a chance to quit and quit. Yeah. Yeah, man. Ben Haynes, how you doing, bro? He says if Fury wants to beat Wilder, he needs to fight a top 10 guy first, maybe even a top 5 guy. Yeah, that's a good shout. I mean, they're talking about having a fight next before Wilder. Why not somebody like Kubrat Pulev? Big, tall guy with a good jab. You know, that would be a decent fight. That would be a decent fight. Yeah, ABC, you're right. Tyron Zoiga and Jürgen Bremer both quit. And yeah, they won at the weekend, yeah. You're right, Shepard. Palikte was getting pieced up. He was getting pieced up. Yo, Lima, man, I'm glad you're well. I'm glad you're well. He's saying, Del Boy, no, I won't have any of that. Fury can't punch. Like, he's not a puncher, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say he's like completely feather fisted. I wouldn't say he's like super feather fisted. Oh yeah, ABC Loma hits hard. He does, particularly to the body, and with that right hook as well. That right hook has power. Yeah, I think I fucking lost where I was in the chat. Oh, Chris Hayes. Chris Hayes. He says, "Hey, you know those AJ fruit punch drinks? They've dropped from to £2 from £4 in Spa. I've never even seen them, man, but I'm not surprised. Damn, peak for AJ. That's peak. John 99. How do you feel Usyk will do at heavyweight? I think he'll do quite well. I think he'll do quite well. He can certainly pick up a belt, in my opinion. Brian Piss. He says Maxim Vlasov is rematching Isaac Chilemba. Yeah, I saw that. Apparently, Maxim Vlasov is back down at light heavyweight, another contender. Maxim Vlasov's a good fighter. He's solid. He's awkward. He's herky jerky. He's a good boxer. Big guy. He's a big guy as well. Another welcome guy at light heavyweight, man. Yo, Guilty Simpson, that is a very good shout. Ilunga Makabu versus Junior Dorticos. That would be a very good shout. Somebody's getting knocked out in that fight. Jesus. Yeah, Shepherd of Suns, he says he wants to see Maccabi versus Kudryashov again. Mate, I would watch that fight every single day of the week. That's great fight, man. Blood, guts, a knockdown. Evan flows in the action. Just a great fight. Those two guys delivered, man. Whatever they got paid, they didn't get paid enough, as far as I'm concerned. Great fight. And fair play to Maccabi for rebounding from that loss to Bellew. Fair play to him. Cassia Wright, he says, if Kell Brook wants Crawford, why not sign the contract? Because Spence is facing Porter. I'm not sure what's going on with Kell Brook, to be honest with you. Like Kell Brook these days, I've lost interest. I can't lie. I used to be a big believer in Kell Brook, but not so much now. I think he's done. I think he's done. That Golovkin fight was the beginning of the end, as far as I'm concerned. MB, how about Makabu versus Kevin Lorena? That's a good fight. Lorena's quite a good boxer. He's a good fighter. Yeah, I've got no problem with that fight. I'd like to see Lorena get a fight against one of those top 5 cruiserweights. I know he's IBO champion, but that doesn't really mean much. I'd like to see him get a fight with one of the top 5 guys. Yeah, ABC, he likes that fight as well. Yeah, Lewis Hurley, Pulev would be a good opponent for Fury. Because yeah, Pulev's not a pudding. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath. Did you guys hear the rumor about Jarrell Miller being Fury's next opponent? How about that? Don Hearn, he's saying Makabu should have went into the World Boxing Super Series. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have had any issue with that. Chris Hayes, Femfist Fury. Yeah, man, you're right, MB. Lorena, very good fighter, man. So is Makabu. Shepherd of Suns, Makabu would be food in the World Boxing Super Series. I think against Briedis and Dorticos, I agree. But, the other guys, he would have a chance, in my opinion. Your Galawatskis, people like that. Your Tabitis and those guys. I wouldn't mind seeing Makabu fight someone like Mike Perez, to be honest. Yeah, Copend '09, I saw that. Daniel Martst versus Charles Martin. Daniel Martst isn't very good. He's a journeyman. I remember him getting knocked out by Luis Ortiz in about a round. I think Joseph Parker knocked him out in a couple of rounds as well. Yeah, he's not great. He's not great. Yeah, Shepherd of Suns, you're right, man. Maxim Vlasov has a very good chin. He does have a very good chin. Ben Haynes, your pick for Briedis versus Dorticos. My heart says Dorticos, my head says Briedis. I think Briedis will walk him onto big shots, and I think he'll take him out, to be honest. But I'd like to be wrong. I do like Dorticos a lot. Dorticos comes to get it, man. Dorticos fights with no fucks given. He'll go for that knockout each and every time, man. What's not to like? That draws me to a fighter. If they're fighting to take your head off, I'm gonna like you. You know, unless you're a complete clown, I'll like you. Yeah, Chris Hayes, he says he's a Dorticos fan now. Me too, man. Matt Heisman, Hurd versus Brook could have been a tight one if Kel still has had his movement. Yeah, Brook is certainly levels above Hurd in terms of talent. I just think Hurd would have been too big in my opinion, especially with this version of Brook. I wish Brook had something left, but I just don't think he does anymore. I don't think there's anything left. Yeah, Shepherd of Sons. Alexei Egorov looks a very good prospect at cruiserweight. He reminds me of. Do you guys remember Dennis Boystov when he was like a up and coming prospect? He was looking quite good. Egorov reminds me of him, but a bit more powerful. You're right, Azzy. Briadis is very dirty. I mean, that elbow, fucking John Jones would have been proud. Some Muay Thai shit. I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Briadis. I mean, I believed in the guy's talent before he won that world title, but that fight with Glowatsky left a bad taste in my mouth. That could have been such a good fight. I still think, looking back at it, Glowatsky would have got himself knocked out, but you know, not a great ending, in my opinion. Brian Piss, Martin Bakole versus Erkan Tepers for rumour. It's not terrible. I've got no problem seeing Erkan Tepper get beat up, to be honest with you. The Quags Miller's a fat blob. He is indeed. He is a very fat blob. I swear Miller looks a bit thinner now since he's been busted. Maybe that's my eyesight. 54 Trail Swan. Makabu is too chinny. I don't know how. Sorry, I don't know how he took Kudryashov's shots. Yeah, he took those shots really well. That surprised me. I don't think he's that chinny. I just think he got caught. I don't know. I just think Bellew caught him with like a great shot. I don't think his chin's not iron by any means, but I don't think he's chinny per se. Yeah, ABC. The third knockdown in the Glowatsky Briadis fight was brutal. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because Glowatsky is the type of guy who always gets up, always fights on, but he was done. Yeah, ABC. He says Egorov is decent. Yeah, Shepherd of Sons. Makabu versus Egorov. That's a good fight. Egorov versus Papin as well. You know, the other Russian guy, another cruiserweight prospect. Papin. That's a good fight. Oh yeah, Ben Haynes. He says Briadis has a better resume and has never been stopped, unlike Dorticos. I agree, man. I agree. I think Briadis is far better than Dorticos. He's got more ability, more talent, more skills. But I like Dorticos, man. I do. I'd like to see him win it, but I think Briadis is knocking him out. Noel Givor, sorry, ABC Def, he says Noel Givor is a surprising one, to be honest. He's a tough German. Name 5 Germans who are tough and don't quit because it's hard. Arthur Abraham, if you want to class him as German, he was very tough. Very tough. Robert Stieglitz was quite tough. Um, Caro Murat, maybe. There's been some tough guys come out of that part of the world, but okay. Copendo9, did you have time to check out Guido Vianello on the Fury card? What do you think? I've seen him fight before. I've seen some of his highlights. He looks quite decent. I've not. Sorry, I've not seen his fight from this weekend, but I think he looks solid. I think I'll do a video on him at some point. With my prospect videos, I'm trying to do it where I cover guys from different countries. So the next video is Christian and Bealey, middleweight prospect. After that, I'm looking at Madrimov. You know, there's guys I want to do, man. There's guys I want to cover. I need to get back into doing those prospect videos. Yeah, MB, he's talking about Tishchenko. He's saying he had some dodgy decisions in the amateurs. Yeah, he in the Rio Olympics, I felt Levitt beat him in the final. To be honest with you, but Tishchenko looks really good as a pro so far. He's 6'5", southpaw at cruiserweight. You know, nice feet, decent hand speed. He's a problem. He's a problem, man. Brian Piss. Who's the 6'7", 154-pound fighter on the Showbox card this Friday? I think his name's like Fundora. Yeah, there you go. Guilty Simpson, Fundora. I've never seen him fight. I can't lie. Hang on, I wanted to go back to this comment by Unrivaled. Unrivaled, this is a hell of a stat, by the way. So he says 68% of Ioka's career has been world title fights. That's crazy, man. That's insane. Four-weight world champion. He's the first Japanese fighter to become a four-weight world champion as well. The guy's doing some bits, man. As I said in my video, I mean, he is pound for pound material, in my opinion. And even his two defeats are very controversial. I certainly felt he beat Nietes. I keep on saying that, but I'll keep on saying it. Oh yeah, Shepherd of Sons. Tishchenko, definitely a top amateur. Very good boxer. Breaking news, two-time cruiserweight champion Miris Briedis has signed for the UFC. Oh yeah, ABC. That third knockdown in that Briedis fight was beautiful. And so was the first knockdown as well. I enjoyed that as well. But yeah, the third one, beautiful. ABC Def, Eddie only cares about cheats because because it was against his boyfriend. Yeah, you're right. I mean, he promotes Kid Galahad. I mean, nobody really cares about drug testing in boxing, let's be honest about it. If Eddie Hearn could have signed Tyson Fury, he would have. He tried to. Yeah, ABC, Papin does have fast hands. And for a former kickboxer, I think he's turned over quite well. He's still got that kickboxer kind of footwork, I guess. You know, how he holds his feet, but he's quite effective. Certainly got power. Yeah, Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News, that's a really good shout. He'd like to see Briedis go to heavyweight and fight Michael Hunter. I'd love to see it, man. I'd love to see it. Shepherd of Sons, I remember Makhmudov bashing around Guido in the World Series of Boxing. Yep. Nah, man. Azzy, Makhmudov, he's coming for those heads, man. He's coming for those heads. He fights like he's, I don't know, man. He's like some serial killer from the out, like some in the middle of the woods or something. The guy should play like the next fucking Jason Voorhees. That guy's a fucking bad man. Crazy. Yes, sir, ABC. He's a beast, man. He's a beast. Shepherd of Sons, he says, I hope he KOs you, Azzy. Bro, I would not like to be on the end of those punches from Makhmudov. Okay, Jake's been timed out by McGregor by mistake. If you are still watching, it was by mistake on McGregor's part. Yeah, that is true, Azzy. It's crazy how Jarrell Miller's failed what for four different substances, and he's only got a 6 month ban. But that's boxing, man. That's boxing. Crazy stuff. Oh yeah, ABC. I think a lot of people forgot about Briedis' power. I underlooked it. I overlooked it as well. Sorry. You know, I mean, ultimately, you've got to have power if you are going to sleep Manuel Char in one shot. I know Manuel Char's no great shakes, but he's always shown a good chin. Vitali couldn't pull him out with one shot. You know, and Briedis just slept him on the back foot with that uppercut. Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, that dude can crack. Oh yeah, MB. If you get the chance, give Makhmudov a watch. He's coming on quite nicely. He's very aggressive. He does make mistakes coming forwards defensively. You know, I would like to see him tighten up, and also I would like to see him use more of a jab. But physically, he's quite formidable, very strong, very powerful, lovely uppercut, and a lovely chopping right hand. Oh yeah, MB. I think Makhmudov beats Davtayev. To be honest, I've been aware of Davtayev for like since 2014, and yeah, he's never really impressed me that much. Another guy coming out of Russia who's hot and cold. Sometimes he fights, sometimes he doesn't. Is Rostislav Plechko. He's a small heavyweight, but he fights with real ferocity. He's a good watch. I think he'll get knocked out when he steps up, but he's got a hell of a style. And yeah, that Plechko guy coming out of Russia. Have you guys ever seen the movie Crank with Jason Statham? That's what he reminds me of. Like he's just in like fighting on a mad one, like trying to keep his adrenaline up. It's crazy. He's got the most aggressive fight style I've seen. It's insane. But yeah, if you get a chance, watch Plechko, watch Makhmudov. Very entertaining fighters. With Plechko, I heard a rumor that he relocated to the United States and he was working on going down to cruiserweight. That's what I heard. I'm not sure whether that's true or not, but hopefully he's still active. ABC Def, he says, fucking hell, McGregor. Yeah, why are we all spanners? I don't know, man. We're going for that LDBC look, you know, where everyone's a moderator. The thing is, though, I trust you guys not to ban people for having a different opinion. Like you guys are all cool. I'm gonna probably add some more in a bit. I know MB needs one. As he's there, Dale. Boxing Brains has one already. Yeah, Shepherd of Sons. Romanov versus Plechko, that's a very good fight. Very entertaining. And by the way, guys, if you've not seen Romanov's last fight, he fought Bracamonte, who fought Dave Allen. Bracamonte gave Romanov some real problems, to be honest. You know? MB, he wants to stay a regular civilian. Yeah, Brian, you're right. Romanov did gas, and he was getting pushed around by the bigger guy. I tell you what, Bracamonte, he could be a good test for up and coming prospects. He's a very tough guy. Very tough guy. Big lump, heavy handed. Yeah, I think Bracamonte could be a very good journeyman for these prospects. I tell you what, I'll tell you who I would like to see fight Bracamonte, the American prospect Darmani Rock. If you guys have seen Damani Rock, I think he's like 16-0. He's not really fought anybody. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Bracamonte. Oh yeah, Brian Piss. That Bracamonte win looks a bit better for Dave Allen now. Yo, MB, that's a good fight, you know. Bracamonte versus Kamil Sakalowski. Yeah, Matt, that's a good shout. Bracamonte versus the Gorman Dubois loser. Yes, sir. Yeah, Azzy, you're right. Damani Rock is fat. I do think he's got talent though. He's got some ability, but he needs to lose some weight. 100%. Yeah, ABC. Bracamonte, yeah, he's a tough guy, and he's only 26. He's a year older than me, man. He looks a lot older than me. Brian Piss, he says, will Sokolovsky get a big fight now? I hope so, man. I hope so. I made a video on Sokolovsky, I think on Sunday, just putting it out there. Like, I think that guy's a credit to the sport. I really do. Credit to the sport. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, watch his interview with IFL TV. He done his first interview with IFL TV. You know, he came across really well. You know, he's in boxing. You know, he's trying to basically get in a position where he could get a house out of boxing, and yeah, he's trying to push on, and he seems like a good guy as well. So hopefully he can have some success. Lewis Hurley, would you pick Sokolowski to beat Dave Allen? It's a very good fight, man. It's a very good fight. If both guys have a full camp, who knows? We've not really seen Sokolowski with a full camp. Shepherd of Sons, Allen versus Romanov. Do you know what? I'd like to see it. I think Romanov beats him, but Allen's a tough guy, man. He's got a good chin. He'll take Romanov some rounds, and who knows? Oh no, I think Romanov beats him, but like, I mean, Romanov didn't exactly look great against Bracamonte. Unrivaled, he reckons Allen beats Romanov. I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility. I would pick Romanov, but okay, MB. He says Sakalowski was a kickboxer. When he turned over to boxing, he trained in a garage in Devon and boxed Dillian White. True story. Yeah, man. The guy's tough as hell, and that guy's in some shape. Like, he keeps himself in shape, man. Matt Heisman, he says Sakalowski boxes Dave Allen's ears off, but loses on dodgy matchroom decision. Yeah, could be true. Could be true. Dale Stirk, he says Price takes Allen out early. I'm interested. You guys, Team Price or Team Allen? I'm Team Price. Put in the chat. I'm Team Price. I'm intrigued to hear what you guys think on this. Are you guys getting a bit tired of the Dave Allen story? I'm Team Price. The plumber from Liverpool. Lewis Hurley, he's Team Allen. As he's Team Allen. Yes, Brian, Team Price. Yes, Shepherd, Team Price. Unrivaled. He let us down, man. He's going Team Razzle Dazzle. Dale, he's Team Plumber. Yes, sir. MB. Dave Allen pisses me off. Welcome aboard for Team Price hype train. Damn, Ben. He's going with Team Allen. Yes, Tone. I knew Tone would come through and go Team Price. There we go. Matt is going with Team Allen. And I do agree with your assessment, Matt. Allen's not great, but he's a tough, durable guy. And yeah, David Price these days, he's like a rabbit in the headlights. Yep. Yes, boxing brains. Team Big Stiff Idiot. ABC. Darren Barker against Felix Sturm, man. He went in there with a hip injury and he got fucking banjoed. He got absolutely destroyed. And I heard rumours about Felix Sturm coming back, by the way. Yeah, Lewis, you're right. I've seen people say that. Some people still believe that David Price is the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division. Crazy. ABC Team Big Truck, yes sir. Team Big Truck rolling into town. That right hand's gonna bounce off Dave Allen's chin, and that's all she's gonna write, man. I think, to be honest with you, I do think Dave Allen's beating him. I think Dave Allen's gonna knock him out. Ben Haynes, he says, honestly, Lucas Brown won the first 2 rounds, and then at the start of a third, Allen attacked and stopped him out of nowhere. He'll do the same to Price. Yeah, I could see that. I said in my prediction, I think he'll win the first 3 to 4 rounds. Then he'll start to gas. You'll notice a difference in round 4. Sorry, after the 4th round, I think Price gets knocked out. Probably rounds 5, 6, or 7. I'm going Dave Allen by knockout. But I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to be wrong. I don't dislike Dave Allen, to be honest. It's just the story's getting a bit boring now. What about David Price's story? Azzy, he says, Del boy, you can't flip flop like that. What do you mean, man? What am I flip flopping on? Boxing brains. He says Erkan Tepper's coming back. Think he was sparring with Fury or somebody. Yeah, somebody in the chat mentioned it. Erkan Tepper's fighting. Oh, who is it? Who did the guy mention? It's left my mind now. Yeah, Tepper's supposed to fight somebody. It'll come back to me in a minute. Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Delboy, who was the first fighter you ever fanboyed over? David Haye, without a doubt. David Haye. So I got into boxing before David Haye. But he was the guy who really inspired me to fucking get my ass in the gym. And yeah, I was the biggest David Hay fan for a while. The biggest David Hay fan. But yeah, I mean, these days I'm not really fans of any fighters, I guess, but even on David Hay's comeback, there was something in my mind that wouldn't let me accept reality. You know, I wouldn't I wouldn't have it that he was shot for the second Tony Bellew fight when it was so obvious. You know, people in the comments in the pre-fight build-up, in the workouts, were saying, "Oh, this guy's gone. You look at him on the pads, he's gone." And I still wouldn't have it. I still said, "Oh, Hayes going to knock Bellew out. He's going to land that one big right hand. It's going to be over." But yeah, got it wrong, man. Got it wrong. Azzy, Delboy, what was the first fight you've ever fapped to? To be honest, mate, first fight I ever fapped to. Broner versus Maidana. 100%. Yeah, okay. Bakole. Adam Steele in the chat. Bakole versus Erkentepe. That's for one. Yeah, MB, exactly. Imagine you are a boxer working a full-time job and training, and you see this bloke Dave Allen being given chance after chance to fight on TV fights. Yes, sir. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. I mean, there's kids in the UK. I don't mean to say kids like disrespectfully, but there's fighters in the UK who, have genuine talent and they've got ability. Look at somebody like Ukashir Farouk, for example, up in Scotland. British champion, unbeaten, good talent. Where's that guy shine? You know? And I get, Dave Allen, he's doing great marketing himself. He's doing great putting his name out there. But, other guys need some shine too. But I guess it's down to them to make it, right? There we go. Yeah, Azzy, Broner versus Maidana, yes sir. MB, he says anything with Nicola Adams in it. Yo, what's up, Corey Lee? Yeah, Corey Lee. When Dave Allen fought Luis Ortiz, I think he split his tongue. Yeah, that's terrible, man. He got a beating that night, but he remained really tough. I think he took Luis Ortiz 7 rounds. Yeah, Dave Allen, he did show good toughness that night. Yeah, MB, Farouk is a really good talent, man. He's a really good talent. Hopefully he gets some shine soon. I would like to see, with Farouk, I'd like to see him take one more fight for that British title. I think then he'll win it outright, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, push on to European level. uh, ABC Death. David Price's story. Chapter 1, KO'd. Chapter 2, KO'd for sequel. Chapter 3, KO'd for trilogy. Chapter 4, another one. Chapter 5, murdered at the Principality in front of 80,000 fans. Chapter 6, quitting at Wembley. Yeah. Damn. Chapter 7, yeah, probably losing to Dave Allen. Yes, sir. Cobbin09, looking forward to Princess Patel becoming an IBO champion. Yes, sir. Ratings. Ratings. 100% ABC. What would be good, ABC? It's looking like Josh Taylor, from what I've been hearing, could sign to Eddie Hearn. If they could also get Farouk over as well, so he could fight on a big Scottish card. That'd be a really good look. Yeah, ABC. Casemiro versus Patel. Yeah, that would be murder. Thinks Art of Boxing. Anybody thinks Goyat upsets Amir Khan? I've never seen Goyat fight, to be honest with you, but I doubt it. Yo, MB, that's a really good shout. Farouk versus Lee McGregor for the British and Commonwealth titles. It's a really good fight, both based down that way as well. I'd certainly like to watch that. That's a really good shout. Corey Lee Boxing, he's saying if Dave Allen can beat David Price, he could be the comeback fighter of the year. If Daenerys doesn't win against Inoue. Man, if Daenerys beats Inoue, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I think it's possible. I'll give him a puncher's chance. But obviously I favour Inoue in a big way. Shepherd of Sons, he says Goyat is horrible. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Okay, unrivaled boxing talk and news with a little exclusive here. He's saying Del Boy, AJ versus Ruiz is in Brooklyn, November the 14th. There we go. November the 14th, Brooklyn, Joshua Ruiz. Is that official, unrivaled? Or have you heard that on the grapevine? Lewis Hurley, he says, if Allen beats Price, I reckon he'll get put in there with Joseph Parker. Yeah, did you hear? I heard that. I heard also about him getting put in there with Povetkin. They can't do that. That would be murder. That would be murder. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Shepard. Like Povetkin versus Dave Allen that'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. If David Allen beats David Price, good win, fair play. But listen, man. No, no Joseph Parker, no Alexander Povetkin. Sorry, stay in your lane, as Ty Booth would say. Stay in your lane. You know, if Allen beats Price, I would say who's out there for him? Maybe Chisora. Maybe Chisora. But I think even that's a massive step up for Dave Allen, given his level. Tone. He likes the idea of Allen versus Povetkin. Damn. Damn. Dan Mack. Joshua Ruiz on the Fury versus Gary Cornish undercard, and rightly so. ABC, Povetkin versus Allen's a fight I'd cover my eyes for. Imagine how brutal that would be. Eddie and the matchmakers would need to be arrested if that happens. Povetkin's style is fucking hard shot after shot, yes, sir. But we would all watch it. We would all watch Dave Allen versus Povetkin. I would, out of morbid curiosity, to be honest with you. I'm a sick fuck, you know. When fights like that get made, I might have a little moan, But at the same time, I want to see some violence, so I'd watch it. So it is what it is. Yeah, Allen versus Gassiev, man down. Oh shit. Yeah, Dave Allen needs to stay in his lane. He needs to stay in his fucking banter fight lane. But the thing is, after David Price, there's not really any more banter fights out there for him. You know, what else is there? Oh yeah, Shepherd of Suns. Yeah, I'd watch that. Allen versus Gassiev. Oh shit! Exactly, ABC. Imagine how the fighters would feel when fans are praying they don't get killed off. Yeah, exactly. Must knock their confidence. Yeah, unrivaled. Oh shit. Dave Allen versus Tom Schwarz. The the German fucking I don't know what to call him. What can we call a German? A Frankfurter. A fucking sausage. Yeah, Dan Mack, in all seriousness, Povetkin versus Allen, that should not happen. I'm sorry. Shouldn't happen. Okay. Did I cut out there by the way? I think I might have cut out for a bit. I think I caught it though. No, I'm back. I'm back. I think I'm back. I think I caught it just in time. Okay, yeah, I cut out for 10 seconds. Fair play, fair play. Yeah, the internet's not cut out all night. That wasn't internet, by the way. That was my fault. That was a foobar on my behalf. Yeah, you're right, though. I agree with everyone in the chat who are saying Alan beats Schwartz. Comment09. Anybody remember a fighter called Chris Eubank Jr.? Yes, sir. He's on fucking Gogglebox these days with his dad. I've not watched it, but uh yeah, Shepherd man, the bamboo sticks are working extremely well. Oh, exactly, ABC. Let's be honest. In women's boxing, we all want the better looking one to win because we're all horny cunts. Yeah, man. We are indeed. And by the way, Shannon Courtney, she just doesn't do it for me. I can't lie, man. I see all the comments. I just don't get what people are seeing. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it, man. Lewis Hurley, he's saying if Joshua wants to beat Ruiz in the rematch, he needs Pelly ringside screaming instructions. Fucking hell, I don't know why. I don't know why that's funny. Oh shit! I don't know why that's funny. Ah, damn. Yeah, Shepherd of Suns. She looks weird. When she wins a fight, they buy her a piece of cake. Yeah. Okay, Matt Heasman, he's got a little. Matt Heasman, he's got a exclusive here. Eubank Junior. He trains in my gym in Brighton. Trained he trained on the bag next to me, and he spends most of his time taking selfies. Yeah, I can imagine. Dan Mack, Delboy, serious question. Do you think the backlash Fury's getting for the Schwarz fight is fair and reasonable? I think so. I think so. In fact, to be honest with you, the fact that it was on pay-per-view, I think they've got away with it. To be honest, I think they've got away with it fairly well. I think they could have done better than Schwarz, and I think it would have been a lot more acceptable if it wasn't pay-per-view. If Fury, sorry, if Fury wanted a showcase fight on his first fight with his top rank deal, fair play, but don't put it on pay-per-view. I think that was a real piss take. A real piss take. ABC Death. This is a classic. Not being mean, but I'd rather shag a cucumber than Shannon Courtney. These matchroom mongs are worse than us. Yeah, man. They are worse than us. I wouldn't. Although I say I wouldn't, I mean, who am I fooling? You know, I shouldn't lie to you guys. If I was in a position where my options were slim, I've had a few drinks, maybe I would. I think I would. But, you know, do you know what it is with women's boxing? Most of the time, these girls are not great to look at. And when there's one who is semi decent, or not even semi decent, but half presentable, a lot of people overrate them because of the competition, like in comparison to the other females. So Shannon Courtney may look all right in comparison to Delphine Persoon, who looks like my arsehole. Do you know what I mean? So there we go. Yeah, the Spice Girl effect, Chris Hayes. Fuck you know. Yeah, man. Like Heather Hardy, she's another one. She doesn't do it for me, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, Shepherd of Sons. Yeah, that Russian bird on that card. Yeah, she looked half decent. Yeah, ABC. I felt Delphine Persoon got robbed as well. Yeah, Vivian Obanoof. Yeah, she was all right. She was nice. I really like Jessica McCaskill. She really fucking does it for me, mate. Honestly, she's really fucking cute. Kalia Kuruni. Let's have a little Google. Let's have a little Google, Dan. Please hold. This is for research purposes. Oh, that's that Pink Tyson. Yeah, I do remember her. Yo, I'll be honest, yeah. She looks like a fresh off a boat escort. Do you know what I mean? Michaela Meyer. Now, that's one I can't work out whether I'd fuck her or not. You know? I can't work it out. I might do. Yeah, Azzy. Yeah, Jessica's nice. MB. uh, yeah, you guys lead me into bad ways. Oh, dear. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Yeah, there's some chick on Instagram, mate. Hang on. I'll give you one more to look at, and then we'll go back to boxing. Okay, 1 second. I need to find it first. I need to drop you guys a link because I'm kind like that. So let me get this dude's channel up. 1 second. Where's this shit at? Let's have a look. Please bear with me. I just need to. Here we go. Have a look at this. Drop the link in the chat. 54 Trail Swan. Chris Cyborg is banging. Oh, Christ. Azzy, would you do Amir Khan's wife? Yes, sir, I would. I would. I can't lie to myself. I definitely would. But yeah, have a look at that link I sent you guys. And yeah, have a check of her Instagram as well. She's all right. Dell, I reckon you could have cleared the ring in the Bogalota riot. Dell the Luton bomber. Shit. Eugenie Bouchard. That's either going to be a complete troll or she's going to be beautiful. Let's have a look. It always comes back to fucking misogyny on this stream. Even when I'm on my own, there's no excuse for that. Jesus, I can't even blame McGregor this time. Yeah, she's nice, you know, that Eugenie. Yeah, she's all right, you know. '54 Trail Swan. Dell, didn't Frank only have a free fight deal with Fury? So why is he still hanging on singing and dancing, even though he's useless to Fury? Fuck knows. That's a very good question. Maybe they still have ties. Maybe they re-signed. I don't know. Khan's wife looks like something out of Avatar. She does, you know. Yeah, she looks weird, man, but I still would. I can't lie. Again, I'd be lying to myself if I told you guys no. So we'll just be honest with ourselves and we'll say, yeah, we'd give it a go. We'd give it a go. But yeah, that Eugenie's nice. She's nice. Any singers you guys would smash? Oh man, there's fucking countless singers I'd smash. We'd be here all day, man. We'd be here all day. Hold up. Hold up. But listen, man, it's more who wouldn't I fuck than who would I fuck these days. My standards seem to go lower and lower and lower and lower. You know, hitting up the dregs of society and all that. Yeah, MB, Conor Benn saying he's coming for a tear up. Yes, sir. Listen, man, Conor Benn, I don't think he's going that far, but you know, I mean, the guy's he's always in fun fights. He's value for money. And the guy he's fighting, it is a solid, it's a step up, I'd say. It's a slight step up. Because the guy he's fighting, you know, he took Samuel Vargas to a split decision. He's fought at a decent level here and there. I would say it's a step up in comparison to Conor Benn's previous opponents. So let's have a look quickly. So Koivula, Juicy Koivula. So he fought Jordy Weiss, an unbeaten welterweight prospect, for the European Union welterweight title. He lost that by UD. He lost to Samuel Vargas by a split decision. He fought Mohamed Mamoune as well. He's a good fighter. He lost that by a UD. He got knocked out. He got knocked out by Leonard Bundu. He's fought at a decent level. He has fought at a decent level. It's got to be said. It's got to be said. Yeah, I'd say that is a step up. Surely, surely we'd call that a step up for Conor Benn. Okay. Yeah, Shepherd of Sons. You never go as low as Jane Couch. Never. I'd rather go without for like 2 years straight than fuck Jane Couch, to be honest with you. I'd rather go full incel for 2 years than even touch Jane Couch. Yeah, MB, I think you're right. I think he's buying into that, that aggressive action fighter style. Backmaster. Jane Couch looks like Jimmy Savile. Yeah, she looks like a fucking couch. Looks like a leather couch that's been out in the sun for too long. Yeah, man, I'm not saying like Koivula's like a world beater or anything. And he is old, he's like 35 years old, but I'd still say it's a step up, to be honest. But I would say Conor Benn, I think he's too small for welterweight. I really do. I think he's too small. I think he's far too small. Yeah, boxing brains. Yeah, Mamune's not a puncher at all. And yeah, he dropped him twice or 3 times. Okay. Oh yeah, ABC. Listen, man. 98% of us would pass Couch, but there's always one who would do it. Yes, there is, man. There is. Oh yeah, Paige Van Zant Lewis. Yeah, she's up there. She's nice. Shepherd of Sons, as he is for 2%. Oh shit. Yeah, Paige is nice, man. She's alright. But in boxing, I think yeah, my favourite's that Jessica McCaskill. I'd say she's my favourite. Oh yeah, ABC. You're right. McGregor's also in the 2% to fuck Jane Couch. I know McGregor's a dirty bastard, but I don't think even he would go down to Jane Couch level. Yeah, man, McCaskill's a unified champion as well. Bro, are you mad? Mate, I would unify her, man. Trust me. Trust me. 54 Trail Swan. Why doesn't Gennady Golovkin move up? Is he going to stay at 160 his whole career? I reckon he beats Billy Joe. Yeah, I reckon he beats Billy Joe. I would, if I was him and I couldn't get that Canelo fight, I would definitely look at fighting Billy Joe at 168. because I think that's very winnable. I like Billy Joe. I think Billy's a good boxer, but even now, I would make Golovkin a fair favourite in that fight. To be honest with you. Didn't expect to be unified line. I was going to go further with it, mate, but I thought better of it. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Carl Frog, yeah. uh, Carl Frog never moved up, and nobody questions that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think Billy Joe would have success against Golovkin, kind of like Willie Monroe Jr. did, but to a greater extent. But eventually, I think Golovkin would catch up to him and take him out in rounds like 8, 9, or 10. But I would definitely like to see it. It's definitely a competitive fight, and it's a fight we'd all get excited about. So I'm all for it. I know what you mean, Lewis. I don't hate Billy Joe. I do rate him highly, but his career is just so hard to get invested in. And yeah, he just seems like a waste right now. Just seems like he's holding that belt hostage, even though he's just got it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Golovkin versus Billy Joe, I'd be interested. But I don't think Golovkin really cares for that fight anymore. I think Billy Joe messed him about back in the day, and that's it. I don't think Golovkin's really interested anymore. I think Golovkin's about that money now, to be honest with you. I think it's Gennady Money Golovkin. uh, Dell, we're getting your channel taken down with all this misogynistic shit, talking about who we gonna smash and who we want to unify all full titles with in bed. We need to calm down, but it's too funny, so let's not. Yeah, man. No, we're not getting too bad, man. We're not. We've been going for what 77 minutes. I would say the last 20 minutes have been non-boxing related. We're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. Yeah, man. I mean, Billy Joe's resume is not bad. He's beat Andy Lee. That was a good win. I do think Lemieux was a good win as well. Eubank Jr. is a solid win. But other than that, it's not exactly amazing. 54 Trail Swan. He thinks Danny Jacobs at 168 is getting knocked out. I would agree against guys like Callum Smith. I think Callum's too big. I think he beats Jacobs. I think he knocks him out. I think Jacobs would be competitive with anybody at 168, but I think he's undersized against a couple of guys in that division. 54 Trail Swan, Jacobs versus and damn old Danny Jacobs. Sorry, by the way, I got hay fever. Boxing brains, White will get smoked by Wilder. That's free money. Have you seen White throw a punch? He turns his head to get some power because he's got none. I would pick Wilder to beat White. I still think White has a chance in that fight, but I would pick Wilder. I would pick Wilder. But yeah, to answer your question, Swan, I would pick Jacobs against Ndam. I think Ndam's done now, to be honest. I think Ndam is done. Cupendo 9. People like Billy Joe Saunders and Jacobs have become yesterday's men. Time to move on. Yeah. Yeah, 54 Trail Swan. Lemieux versus Jacobs. That's a great fight. I'd love to see it. That's a great fight. Yeah, man. Danny Jacobs, though, like I felt he fought well against Canelo. He just started too late. He started too late. He had a lot of success in that fight. I wish he started stronger, man. I wish he started stronger. Yeah, MB. Middleweight needs new blood. Yeah, to be honest with you, if Andrade beats Selecki and looks half decent, I want to see this guy in there with Canelo or maybe even Golovkin. Either or. Shepherd of Sons, he's got well, he's naming a prospect here. Money Powell the fourth is coming up. Do you know what? I've heard a lot about him. I've never seen him fight. I know he's fought in the UK. He's fought in France. He's obviously fought in the States. Never seen him fight though. I need to see him. I need to watch him. 54 Trail Swan. Who would win between Jacobs and Lemieux? I would take Jacobs. I'd take Jacobs in that one. But again, I like both of those guys. I like David Lemieux. I really like Danny Jacobs. I like both guys. Thinks art of boxing. Golovkin doesn't want Andrade either, nor Jacobs, just Canelo. Yeah, it looks that way. I mean, ultimately, the guy's got a six-fight deal with the Zone, so he can't wait for Canelo forever. So if he doesn't get Canelo next, I want to see Golovkin fight someone decent. He's had his comeback fight ultimately. I gave him that fight, coming off a loss and a layoff. Fair play, fight Steve Rolls. But after that, I want to see something decent. Like you say, Andrade, great fight. If he can get Canelo, fair play. You've got Billy Joe Saunders. There's three fights right there. MB Madrimov versus Fitzgerald in Kazakhstan for all the marbles. Yeah, Fitzgerald gets battered, man. Scott Fitzy though, he'll just go out there and he'll go on a fucking 5-day booze bender. Like that guy's a madman. Scott Fitzgerald, he could lose his next 20 fights, but I'll never forget that Anthony Fowler win. Uncle Dell was the name of my priest. Apology, man. Shout out to Apology, man. Yeah, sorry about that. 54 Trail Swan, Peter Quillen versus David Lemieux. That's a good fight. I'd watch that. I would take Lemieux in that one, though. I think Lemieux, a bit too much intensity for Quillen at this stage. Oh, yeah, MB. Scott Fitzgerald's crazy. But listen, man, I'm following his career now. He's got me interested by beating Anthony Fowler. That was beautiful, that was. Anthony Fowler getting beat in his hometown. 54 Trail Swan, he thinks Quillen would knock out Lemieux. It could happen, but I'm taking Lemieux. Apparently fucking Lemieux, no not Lemieux, Quillen and Truax are running it back. Okay, Coppin09. Will the Ingle Gym grow another kid to a world champion? Or is that it for the gym now? I don't trust Dominic to carry out the work that Brendan did or carry on the work Brendan did. Yeah, it's a good question. Who's in that gym now who could become a world champion? You've got Galahad still there. Maybe he can come again. I felt he beat Warrington personally, but there we go. Liam Williams, I mean, I don't see it. Boxing Brains, he's saying Rivas is going to beat Dillian White. It could happen. Lewis Hurley, is Lemieux done at middleweight? I think so. Like last time he tried to make middleweight, he put himself in a hospital. I think he's going to 168. Apology, man. Shepherd of Sons is a confirmed bigot. Yes, sir. He's part of the crew. Yeah, 54. Maybe Frank Warren can get Liam Williams a vacant WBO belt. Maybe, yeah. Apparently, Liam Williams, he's fighting on the undercard of Nathan Gorman and Daniel Dubois. He's fighting the guy who Lemieux fought. Is it Art Shaw? Karim Art Shaw? Yeah, MB, you're right, by the way. Yeah, Dominic he needs to chill out. Yeah, people will turn against his boxers because of the attitude, yes, sir. And to be honest with you, I felt Kid Galahad in the build up to that fight and after that fight conducted himself really well. I felt Kid Galahad came off really well. You know, before that, the guy kind of rubbed me up the wrong way, but to be fair to him, yeah, I felt he conducted himself really well in the lead up and the aftermath of that fight. Fair play to him. 54 Trail Swan. If Darren Barker can become a world champion, then anyone can. Jesus. Oh yeah, Coppin. Yeah, Coppin. I agree. Dillian running his mouth about drug testing, yeah. Joshua on drugs is a bit doesn't look great, you know, considering he's failed to test himself. Ah, thinks of art. Thinks art of boxing. We've discussed Jamal Charlo already. I kind of worry I worry Jamal Charlo is kind of stagnating, fighting subpar competition. You know, since he's moved to middleweight, it's not really happened for him. And I want to see him take that big fight. I know he's kind of locked out right now, but he needs to do something. He needs to do something. Yeah, Lewis Hurley, Billy Joe versus Jamal Charlo that'd be a very good fight. Back down at middleweight, yes, sir. Oh yeah, MB, I had Galahad winning. I felt he did enough. Oh yeah, 54 Trail Swan. Yeah, Martin Murray. Yeah, Martin Murray's coming out of retirement. I mean, tough guy, durable. He was unlucky in certain fights, but the guy really he really doesn't have much left, to be honest. I don't think he's got much left. Damn, 54 Trail Swan, he had it by 8 rounds. I felt Galahad won fairly clear. People say Galahad didn't land anything. To me, Warrington didn't land anything. Yeah, thinks art of boxing. With Jamal Charlo, he's the interim champion. He moved up to middleweight in 2017. He fought Sebastian Hyland, I think in July 2017, right? And that fight was billed as a final eliminator. 2 years later, Jamal Charlo is still no closer to getting his title shot. You cannot wait on the WBC to give you a title shot. I'm sorry, you can't do it. If they have a cash cow holding that belt, they're going to play you like a fiddle. Look at what happened to Sergio Martinez, for example. Listen, man, Jamal Charlo's in no man's land right now. He needs a competitive fight. Yeah, exactly. Thinks art of boxing. You either speak out like White or stay quiet like Charlo. Still get nothing. Yes, sir. And I do like Jamal Charlo, but it's hard to get excited about his career right now. It really is. Cop09, he says Murray versus Eubank would be a fun fight. I think Murray would get stopped in that now. A couple of years ago, definitely. But these days, I think Murray's just. I think he's washed, to be honest. 54 Trail Swan. I don't think Golovkin hits as hard as people make out. I think he punches hard. I think he's just one of those guys who's heavy-handed. You feel the weight of every shot, and it kind of wears you down. It's not like a Wilder who can knock you out with one shot. Not usually. I think Golovkin's more of a type of guy who kind of wears you down with accumulation. He's not like a Tommy Hearns puncher. Oh yeah, Coppin 09. Both Charlos have gone very quiet. Yeah, Champion Killer X. Golovkin is precision. Sorry, Golovkin is precision adds power. Yeah, yeah. No, 54 Trail Swan. I agree. Hold up 1 second. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Jamel Charlo. Yeah, he did get unlucky with Tony Harrison pulling out the rematch. I was really looking forward. Sorry, yeah, I was really looking forward to that fight because Tony Harrison was getting in Jamel Charlo's head, and I was really intrigued about that rematch. But I'm sure it's going to get rescheduled. Yeah, Jamel Charlo's now fighting Jorge Cota. Not great. Not great. Jorge Cota, of course, got knocked out by Erickson Lubin a couple of years back. Yeah, MB, you're right. Yeah, Harrison Charlo was supposed to go down this Sunday. I'm kind of glad it got called off though because I can't watch fights on Sunday unless I've got the Monday off. So I'm not that disappointed in that sense. Sorry, I'm just having a look to see if there's any fights on Saturday. Nothing great coming up this weekend. Yo, Aggie man, how's it going, man? Yeah, 54 Trail Swan. I think Lubin's a big puncher. I think that knockout loss to Jamel Charlo was just one of those things. He got caught cold, and that was it really. I think he'll come again. I was very impressed with how he dealt with Ishe Smith. I know Ishe Smith was old, but nobody does that to Ishe Smith. He just fucking went through him, destroyed him. MB, he uh he booked the day off for this card. How sad are you? Not really, man. I do that sometimes. I do that sometimes. I attempted to do that for um what card was it? Oh, Jose is Katagai versus Caleb Plant, and I done the wrong weekend. So there we go. Oh yeah, Champion Killer X. Yeah, Pretty Boy Floyd back then was dangerous. Yeah, 54 Trail Swan Andrade versus Selecki card is way better than the Charlo Adams card. Yeah, I don't think the what's on the Andrade Selecki card. I know Joseph Parker's fighting the Pie Man, Alex Leopai. That'll be funny, for comedic purposes. The Pie Man's getting splattered, so we've got that to look forward to. I think How Your Fire's on that card as well. Ah, can't you hear me? Can you hear me now? I think I'm back. I think I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what I did there. Oh yeah, Andrade. We was talking about Andrade. Yeah. So the Andrade card, as I say, we've got the Pie Man, Mr. Alex Leopai. He's going to get crushed. Okay, I need to see it. Demetrius Andrade. Is it? It's Andrade, isn't it? Or Andrade? Andrade. I've got no fucking clue. Demetrius Andrade. Fuck, whatever this good dude's name is. Selecki Andrade. We'll go with Andrade. Demetrius Andrade. Let's have a look. What's this card saying? Where's it at? Oh, by the way, I've just seen Chad Dawson's coming back. Jesus. That guy's washed. I used to really like Chad Dawson. I used to really like Chad Dawson a lot. He's a good fighter. But yeah, I guess it's okay. Calyafai's fighting Norberto Jimenez. Joseph Parker versus Alex Leopai. It's not great, but it's okay. I like the main event. That's the main thing. The main event's really good. Andrade should be a really good test for Seleke should be a really good test for Andrade. Yeah, Lewis Hurley, you're right. Calyafai is keeping that belt hostage. Hopefully after this fight he tries to unify. But do you think he's going to get in there with Yoka? I doubt it. Do you think he's going to get in there with, Estrada? I cannot see it happening. He's going to keep that belt for as long as possible, making routine defenses. MB, that's a good fight. I'm going to go with Ioka versus Tanaka. I'm going to say Ioka, to be honest. Ioka, yeah. I do like Tanaka though. He's a very good fighter. Very good fighter. Champion Killer X, Wilder and Joshua couldn't last in the old school heavyweights. They just can't. These new guys aren't made from the same cloth as like Mike Tyson said. Yeah. I think Joshua. Oh man, imagine Mike Tyson versus Anthony Joshua. Tyson's all wrong for Joshua. That would be over fairly quickly. I think Tyson's all wrong for Deontay Wilder as well. Yeah, I saw that Copindo 9. Ashley Fearpain, he's back. I mean, I think he's just. I mean, Ashley Fearpain, what's he trying to do these days? I think he's just trying to cash out one last domestic fight, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Josh Kelly fight Fearpain soon. They mentioned that in the past. Thea Payne versus Josh Kelly. I could see that happening after Kelly got exposed against Ray Robinson. Okay, am I still cutting out? Hang on, it might be the fact I'm moving my mic. I'm kind of moving my mic a bit. Hang on. Right, how about now? Is that better? That might have been my fault. I'm not sure. 54 Trail Swan. Josh Kelly should stay in the UK and just build up Sky Boxing. Yeah, they need to. They really need to pump the brakes on Josh Kelly. He's not ready for that level. He's not. He's not ready. Like that the Ray Robinson fight was a scare, and I think it kind of I think it kind of showed us what level he's at right now, where he's at. Sorry. You know, Kelly's a good fighter. He can box, but he needs to work on some things. That style is not going to work. It's not going to work. And as MB said in the chat, Josh Kelly boxed his best in that fight when he had his hands up. Yep. And Champion Killer X, he says Josh needs a jab. Yes, sir. He does. He needs to get back to the basics. I totally agree. You know, he's still got those reflexes to fall back on, but like making that his style to me is not going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, that's a good shout. 54 Trail Swan. Josh Kelly should fight Ivan Redcatch. Yep. Redcatch is coming off a good win over Devon Alexander. Good shout. But yeah, if I was managing Josh Kelly, I would halt the brakes, take him back a few levels. Maybe like I say, maybe a Thea Payne in his next fight. Boxing Brains, Arsen Gulamarian, WBA regular to fight Lebedev. I'm watching him. He's an Abel Sanchez prodigy. Do you know what? I've never seen him fight Gulamarian. I've heard a lot about him, but I've never seen him fight. I was told by someone, I cannot remember who it was, that he's similar to Gassiev. But I'll need to see him fight. Yeah, Chris Hayes, I heard that as well. Adrian Broner versus Lee Selby. I heard that rumour. I hope that's not true. Adrian Broner destroys Lee Selby. I know Broner, you know, he's been exposed. We know where he's at, but Broner's too big for Lee Selby. Okay, MB. Yijit is fighting CR Ozgul. Yeah, that's on that MTK undercard. O'Hara Davis. Yeah, Copend 09's said it as well. Yeah. You know what? These MTK cards in the last few months have really been getting better. I've got to say it. It's great for boxing over here. They're getting really good. Like I really like that Josh Taylor. Sorry, I really like that O'Hara Davis Vasquez fight. It's a good fight. It's a really good fight. Yeah, MTK are really stepping it up. Free boxing as well, man. What's not to like? I love the fact they're streaming it, man. Champion Killer X, Usyk to clean up the heavyweight division. Heavyweight version of Lomachenko. You never know. You never know. I think it's going to be a tough ask, but he's got the ability. He's fought heavyweights in the World Series of Boxing. You know, look at the Joe Joyce fight. I think he's got it in his locker. Time will tell. Time will tell. MB, how realistic is it that they challenge for the Sky contract? I'd love for it to be realistic, and I think we're getting closer to it. You know, Sky these days don't seem as happy with Eddie Hearn. Maybe the future for Sky is for them to actually separate their dates amongst, maybe two or three promoters instead of just one. Maybe it would be good to see MTK get a few dates on Sky. Continue their streaming on IFL, but maybe 4 to 5 dates a year on Sky. That'd be good to see. And yeah, like MB says, they do have some depth to their stable, and they could put on some really good domestic cards. So yeah, I would like to see MTK get some type of deal with Sky. I think that'd be great for us and great for them. Great for boxing. The more competition, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, thinks art of boxing. Seems promoters are trying to fill the void while Matchroom are slacking. Yes, sir, you're right. And Frank Warren, he needs to be doing the exact same. I think he's doing a decent job right now. The card in Leeds on paper was really good. It was on regular BT. Yeah, the main event was a stinker, but that's easy to say in hindsight. Going into it, it was a really good card. You've got this heavyweight card coming up with Dubois and Gorman. Warren is really kind of trying to build some momentum, I guess, and he's doing okay. So now Hearn's under pressure. Eddie Hearn is under pressure right now, 100%. And yeah, for me, the product of Matchroom in the US in the UK, sorry, hasn't been good enough for the most part. The Liverpool card was good, but apart from that, few and far in between. I mean, I don't know. All's not well at Sky, in my opinion. All's not well. Boxing Brains, he says, I want to see Hearn get sparked out like Lou Duva, or whatever his name is. Oxygen mask the full works, yeah. Copindo9, he says, I think MTK should stay away from Sky. It wouldn't be long until they fall under the trap of putting on shit fights. Plus, you don't need Sky for pay-per-view anymore. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, Lewis, the regular Matchroom shows have been poor. Piss poor. But yeah, I mean, Sky and boxing right now, I don't think they're going to bow out of it at all. They've done very well in terms of pay-per-views, and I'm sure they'll continue to do well. But yeah, they need a little rethink of what they're doing. MB, he says Barney Francis left, didn't he? Will they even continue with boxing after 2021? Who will give Adam Smith a job? So many questions. There we go. There we go. I'm tempted to make some Adam Smith jokes, but we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Yeah, Dave Allen versus Lucas Brown, main event at the O2. Poor. So poor. Look at this Manchester card coming up on July 6th. Poor. Lawrence Okoli versus Jack Massey. Poor. Anthony Fowler versus Brian Rose. I think Brian Rose is shot. I mean, it's naff. It really is naff. I guess the Rose fight's okay for Anthony Fowler coming off a loss, but it's not great to watch for us, is it? Do you know what I mean? 54 Trail Swan. Why is Adam Smith obsessed with Nassim Hamed? Yeah. Didn't he make Adam Smith cry? That's what I heard. Apparently, Nazim Hamed made Adam Smith cry. I'm not sure how true that is. Could be fake, but I've heard that loads of times. Yeah, Cop End. I used to love Ringside. No, Boxing Brains. Fitzgerald pulled out, and Anthony Fowler's now fighting Brian Rose. Fitzgerald's injured. I'm not sure, Lewis, but that's what I heard. I heard Nazim Hamed made him cry. I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know when, but that's what I heard. I'm sure somebody in the chat will help me out. Oh, fucking hell, Boxing Brains. To be fair, Jim Watts would be he would be better than a lot of these current commentators on Sky. Useless, a lot of them. Good old Nazim Hamed. That's Kell Brook in 5 years' time. I don't get how Kell Brook though, like outside the ring he looks like a fat cunt, but when he gets in shape, that guy looks like he's fucking roided out of his mind. Jimmy, his brain is scrambled Watts. Yeah, man. I like Jim Watt, man. Jim Watts, he was all right. Jim Watts was a good fighter as well. He's decent. Jim Watts was decent, man. Anyway, lads, I think I'm going to call this one a day. Call this one a night. Sorry. Um, thank you guys for turning up. I really appreciate it. We've been going for how long? Have we been going for? 77 minutes. We've been going longer than that, surely. How long have we been going? Let's have a look. 2 hours. Okay, there we go. We've been going 2 hours. Thank you guys for turning out. Thank you guys for showing up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sure I'll do another one very shortly. I think I'll do another one either tomorrow night or Friday night. But yeah, peace.